So I'm going to be drawing my chosen figure onto black paper. This could either be from a book or a mannequin. I'm choosing to do a book. Um, but you will need a piece of black paper. You will need a pencil. You will need an eraser, maybe a visit to the sharpening station, depending on your colored pencil. Notice that this is a white colored pencil. The white will show up on your black, just like a regular pencil would. And you can also erase as needed, as long as you don't press too hard right away. Notice that my black paper is fairly small. I'm choosing to do the cut out stencil version of this project. There's a different version where you are doing a larger figure and the silhouette figure would be included in the project. So it just kind of depends on which version you're doing. But you've chosen a pose, and I'm going to go ahead and choose this girl climbing pose. I kind of like this one. And so I'm going to choose this pose, paying attention to body proportion and size. So I want to make sure I'm drawing as big as I can on the paper that I have. So I'm not going to draw it the same size as it is on the book. I'm going to use as much of my paper as I possibly can. So in this case, I'm going to notice that my hands are the furthest thing out here. So I'm going to move my head back a little bit. And I am going to draw the head as the highest thing up. Maybe if I want to leave a little room for that ponytail, I will, but I'm going to go ahead and do that right here. So this is going to be the head, okay, somewhere around there. So I'm drawing fairly lightly, but with that white colored pencil on the black. Then I'm going to figure out where is my kind of hips here in relation to my head. It's a little bit further down, so I'm going to skip a little space. And remember, so if my head is this size, my head to my torso is 3. 1, 2, 3. So the bottom of my hips starting here, okay? So that's about the size that I want. Because my person is bending down. If I add this size and this size together, it should be equal to this space. So we just want to make sure that you're not kind of cramping things even when we get into different poses. So I really want to make sure I'm going all the way to the edges of my paper, and I'm using that space as much as I can. But we want to make sure this leg and this leg look like they're about the same size, otherwise it will look kind of funny. Oh, it's a little bit different of an angle, so I'm going to change that. Because I'm going to be cutting out my shapes, I'm not going to worry too much about erasing all the stuff on the inside. Instead, I'm going to mainly focus that my outer edges are interesting and you can tell apart the different parts of the figure because we've got ridges and changes. So notice the t-shirt here is different than the back of the legs, the same thing with the feet compared to where the pants end. So we want to make sure those are distinct, obvious changes so that when I'm cutting, I don't accidentally cut off something I needed to have. And I can smooth out some of those shapes. Now some of these are a little bit extra, so I'm going to erase that. We should be good from there.